Hey there, I'm Frank Mitchell. On this channel, it's all about helping you understand your car and keeping it running the way it should. Whether it's routine maintenance or solving those tricky problems, I've got you covered. If you find this useful, give the video a like, hit that subscribe button, and be sure to watch till the end. You might learn something that saves you time and money. All right, let's get started.
On the one hand, we have a Tesla Model Y that is presented as an access vehicle to the Tesla SUV range, but that has similarities with the classic minivans. On the other hand, we propose as an alternative the new BMW iX3, the variant of that primitive SUV turned urban SUV that now offers. From this variant of vehicle, as the current marketing canons dictate, SUV and electric. Exterior dimensions. These two cars are presented as vehicles whose dimensions are close to each other and around 4.7 to 4.8 meters long, with 5-door body in any case. The Tesla Model Y is 4.75 meters long, 1.92 m wide and 1.62 m high, and has a wheelbase of 2.89 meters. The BMW iX3 is 4.73 m long, 1.89 m wide and 1.69 m tall, with a wheelbase of 2.86. Despite the difference in power between one and the other, but as a closer reference, the weight of the 351 horsepower Tesla Model Y is 2,003 kg, while the 286 horsepower BMW iX3 does the same at 2,260 kilograms. Interior dimensions. Although both set even dimensions, the approved seats differ, being the BMW iX3 a vehicle for up to 5 occupants and the Tesla Model Y enabled as an SUV up to 7 seats. Although the Tesla Model Y is offered with an optional third row, when this happens 2 seats appear in the space provided for cargo, which, in the first place, swamps the trunk and, for practical purposes, offers space for 2 people of a reduced size. In any case, the BMW iX3 maintains virtually the same configuration and, therefore, onboard sensations as those of the interior seats of the BMW iX3. This means having a very generous space, even correct for travelers in the back row to do so with some comfort. The front row of the Tesla Model Y is much closer to a high-occupancy minivan than to an SUV, as it is understood that could be a vehicle of SUV cut. In fact, the amenities that include are more typical of a family vehicle dynamism focused on comfort than one designed to cope with irregularities of any broken terrain. The row of seats behind the front of the Tesla is comfortable and allows freedom of movement for its users, enhanced by a flat floor and a high ceiling, which promotes a feeling of greater interior open air, a feeling that increases in the case of BMW by having higher rear pillars and a fall of the dome more delayed. Trunk. As with most electric vehicles, the Tesla Model Y has 2 cargo compartments. The main one is located where the trunk of cars with an internal combustion engine is traditionally located, the other where the engine is installed. Tesla does not provide data on the available volume of each of them, not even a global computation, except for the one that covers when both the second and third row is folded down, in which case it has 1.9 cubic meters. What is clear is that all rows of seats are deployed, the space for moving belongings is reduced to the minimum carrying capacity. That is, a suitcase-type cabin or some packages such as sports bags. The trunk of the iX3 has a single compartment and covers 510 liters. It can carry bulky items such as a suitcase of moderate volume or a generous amount of smaller items. Engines and battery. According to the brand's configurators, the following versions of the Tesla Model Y and BMW iX3 are currently on the market. BMW iX3 versions. BMW iX3 286 horsepower. The accumulator of the versions for sale of the Tesla Model Y is a capacitor of 75 kilowatt-hours of useful capacity. The BMW catalog limits to, for the moment, a single battery for the iX3 whose useful capacity is 74 kilowatt-hours. Consumption, range, and electric recharging. The electric consumption of the most efficient Model Y, the all-wheel drive Gran Autonomia, is 16.8 kilowatt-hours per 100 kilometers. For its part, the BMW iX3 has an electric consumption of 18.6 The Model Y with the longest range has a range of 505 kilometers and is the all-wheel drive large-range configuration. The range of the 9.3 is set at up to 458 kilometers. Power and charging times. Tesla's batteries can charge at a maximum DC power of 150 kilowatts, AC power of 11 kilowatts, and fully recharge at this power in 8.6 hours. The BMW is capable of recharging at 150 kilowatts in direct current and 11 in alternating current. The time invested to have the battery fully charged at a recharging station at a power of 11 kilowatts takes 7.5 hours. To have 80% charged at 150 kilowatts, it takes 34 minutes. Pricing. The price of the cheapest Tesla Model Y according to the manufacturer's website is the one corresponding to the all-wheel drive configuration. Large autonomy from €64,000. According to the prices we present from the CarWow comparator, you can configure your BMW 9.3 from €72,300 with an average savings of almost €8,000. Given their prices, these are vehicles that cannot apply for the discounts promoted by the Moves 3 plan. Conclusion. Despite the fact that these are newfangled electric vehicles within the SUV trend, their presentation and utility are quite different. Despite the similarities that could be found in this comparison between the Tesla Model Y and the BMW 9.3 in terms of configuration and prices, these are two new generation electric cars that should be analyzed in depth, and the choice should be made based on the tastes, needs, and context of each interested party. In conclusion, both the Tesla Model Y and the BMW 9.3 offer compelling features and performance, catering to different preferences. In the electric SUV market, the Model Y stands out with its impressive range and advanced technology, making it a strong contender for those seeking innovation and efficiency. On the other hand, the 9.3 brings a touch of luxury and a more traditional driving experience, appealing to those who value comfort and brand heritage. Ultimately, the choice between these two vehicles will depend on individual priorities, whether it's cutting-edge tech or refined elegance. Thank you for watching, and we hope this comparison helps you make an informed decision.